The Hindi is not yet live, I think. Where is the Hindi broadcast?
इस श्लोक में हम लोग श्रवण किया सुजने फुलस्वर्गणी समुद्रेशनाम देवव्रजोज्वलदर्शन सदा हित्वा कुरुरुति अपरोदितराया मैं संतप्तश्चुर्भियाचे धृतपद। इस श्लोक में हम लोग ये प्यारे
So this shloka we have been giving up all the ahankar, the ego, and how should we completely have this rati to the feet of Gurudev and the Vrajavasis also, and also to the Sujan. Now we should have so much rati, unprecedented rati for the feet of Radha and Krishna. So this was the first shloka of Manashiksha. Now we are going for the second. No, my dear mind. Haribol, tell me if my phone is working. Hare Krishna. Can you listen to me, Kunjeshwari? Haribol. Is the sound okay? Okay. So Gurudev is reading second shloka of Manashiksha. Second shloka. Second shloka Manashiksha. Nadharmam. Today we speak about it. Oh my dear mind, please do not perform either the routine religious activities result in piety or the irreligious activities result in sin, as mentioned in the Shrutis or Vedas. So we are going to discuss the explanation of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and also Srila Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada about it. So the Purva Paksha means like one side of the people can raise one question. The advice given in the first verse to give up all pride and serve the eternally youthful divine couple. Purva Paksha, the first objection to an assertion in any discussion. Page 20, Manashiksha in English. Those who can read together, it will be better. So the conditioned souls, they have so many kinds of ego, damba, ahankar. So first we have the Hatma Abhimana Ahankar, means we have the ego thinking we are the body. I'm a man, I'm a woman. Isn't it?
फिर मैं धनी हूँ,
Then you think I'm rich, I'm poor, I'm pandit, I'm murkha, I'm intelligent, I'm stupid. Like you have these egos of thinking who you are. So these are egos or prides that we have.
क्योंकि आत्मा की परिचय
But actually, because we don't know the identity of our own soul, the jiva,
स्थूल देह में और स्थूल देह के अंतर्गत सूक्ष्म देह में रह रहे हैं।
is you know, actually we have this panchabhotik sharir, this material body with 5 elements. Inside it there is the subtle body. Inside the gross body there is a subtle body, which is made by man, like mind, intelligence, ego. So the Bada Jeev,
प्रति जन्म में
every birth we give up our body.
किंतु सूक्ष्म शरीर
But actually we only give up the gross body, but we don't give up the subtle body.
हमारे पंचभूत शरीर हम ले लेते हैं।
So we give up only every birth we give up the gross body.
जो मिट्टी जल वायु आकाश
It's a body made of earth, ether, fire, water.
कहाँ चले जाते हैं? रहते कहाँ तो सूक्ष्म शरीर में मन बुद्धि अहंकार चित्त।
But inside the gross body is the subtle body. So when we give the gross body, actually the Atma, the soul, is in the subtle body. So being carried by the subtle body, the soul again enters a gross body. This is going on since time immemorial. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, what is the death? It's actually only giving up the gross body. This is called mrityu, die, death. That gross body is burned in the crematorium, becomes ashes, nothing is left behind. But the subtle body, mind, intelligence, ego, according to our previous karma, according to the pious deeds and sinful deeds, our body is going from one body to another body. From unlimited time since time immemorial. So when we come to the gross body, then we have this Deha Atma Abhiman. Means we think we are the body.
माया जो त्रिगुणात्मिका जो माया सत्सर रजत तमो गुणात्मिका जो माया
So the Trigunatmika Maya
सदा प्रेरित करते रहते हैं कार्य करने में प्रेरित करते हैं प्रेरित समझ उसे करने के
is always inspires or making us do the things. Maya makes us do the activities.
गीता में अर्जुन का
In the Gita, Arjuna told, oh my friend, Krishna, tell me,
ये अच्छी
I know
ये अच्छी ये बुरी कर्म है
this is good and this is bad, this is a good thing or bad thing. So who is
ये कर्म में प्रेरित
like
कौन करता है
inspire me or making me do bad things, or even though I know they're bad?
हम क्यों बुरी कर्म में क्यों फंस जाते हैं
Why I'm stuck doing this, like some bad thing?
भगवान कहते हैं काम
Then Bhagavan told,
ये तो रजोगुण समुद्र सत्सर रजत तमो गुण त्रिगुणात्मिक जो माया जो है और उसके काम क्रोध आदि के द्वारा वशीभूत होकर के
we're controlled by
हम अच्छी बुरी
the modes of nature, then like especially lust and Raja and Tama.
कर्म आदि कर लेते हैं
So we do bad things. Like if we're in Sataguna, then we do good things.
और तम कर्म आदि के द्वारा तमगुण के द्वारा माया के जो तमगुण के द्वारा
And by the Tamaguna of Maya,
होकर के बुरी कर्म कर लेते
we're controlled by lust and anger, we do bad things.
कहते हैं हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं बुरी नजर भले तेरे मुंह क्यों ऐसे क्यों हो जब रखी
So why this? We know everything, so why?
कहते हैं यही माया रजोगुण के
This is Maya.
अहंकार आ जाता है
Because of Rajaguna, mode of passion, we become so proud,
कैसे आ जाता है ये त्रिगुण
arrogant.
माया जो है ये विचित्रमयी कहा जाता है
So this Maya is Vichitramaya, means
विचित्र
full of variety.
जिससे शंकराचार्य वेदांत
Shankaracharya in the Vedanta Sutra, he explained, what is Maya?
माया के संबंध में शंकराचार्य जो कहते हैं क्या
Maya told, Maya is Vichitramaya, is very so much variety and Avyata. Nobody knows about Maya. No one knows.
माया के द्वारा आच्छादित हो जाते हैं।
Brahma becomes covered by Maya.
अपने को क्या कहते हैं?
Then
जिस नाम से परिचय देते हैं।
Brahma is identifying himself as being the Jiva, but actually Jiva doesn't exist. This is whose philosophy? Philosophy of Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya says
कोई वस्तु नहीं है।
there's Jiva, nothing exists. Like Jiva, this word even, this idea doesn't exist
हम अनेक वस्तु के दर्शन देखते रहते हैं।
of the Jiva. Just like when we're dreaming, we see so many things.
हमारे लिए ये ले टेबल ले आओ।
Bring the table for Maharaj.
अच्छा
Okay, so
यथा सपनी सपना में हम बहुत कुछ देखते रहते हैं।
we see many things in our dreams.
धन्यवाद। वो सपना सत्य नहीं है।
But our dreams aren't true. Our dreams aren't true. It's false. They're false.
इसी प्रकार शंकराचार्य जी कह रहे हैं
So Shankaracharya says also.
ब्रह्म की भ्रम हो जाता है,
Actually, Brahma becomes under the illusion
जिससे उन्होंने जो बात सृष्टि किया थ्योरी से जिसे कहा जाता है
So
विवर्तवाद।
Shankaracharya created this theory called Brahmavad or Vibartavad, this theory of illusion.
जीव नाम से कोई वस्तु नहीं।
So actually there is no Jiva, there are no Jivas. This Jiva, the Jiva doesn't exist, Shankaracharya says.
और माया हट जाए
But if Maya is removed, then
अपना स्वरूप परिचय में आ जाए मैं ब्रह्म
then the Jiva actually will realize that he is Brahma actually, not Jiva. You're merging Brahma.
हम जिस कथा प्रसंग में आ रहे हैं
Okay, so you're discussing
जी
how
दम्भ अहंकार मिथ्या अहंकार कहा जाता है।
so false ego.
जैसे उदाहरण दे रहे हैं यथा
Example I gave, just like a dream. Just like a dream isn't true. Ah, somebody cut off my head and I'm crying. Then I told my mom, oh mom, somebody has cut my throat. Then my mother is like slapping me. Wake up!
तुम्हारे हाथ है
You see, you have head still, it's only a dream.
दो चार सेकंड यही होता रहता है नहीं मेरा
Maybe for 2-4 seconds the kid is still crying. Oh, I don't have head. And the mother is like slapping the kid. Wake up, you see, you have head. Everything's okay. Like,
यदि सीढ़ी कट करके ले गए तो रोते कैसे बताओ।
if your head was really cut off, so how come you're crying? How you're crying if you don't have head? So Shankaracharya gave the example.
जो कुछ भी देखिए सब मिथ्या
Whatever we see, everything is false. Just like a dream, imaginary.
भ्रम है तुम्हारा।
So it's our illusion.
विवर्तवाद ये समस्त तत्व को स्थापित किया गया।
So he established the Brahmavad, Vibartavad, everything, this theory of illusion.
अनन्य रूप से आश्रय किया जाए तो जीवन निर्वाह किस प्रकार होगा।
So the first doubt is that if one completely gives up all pride and takes exclusive shelter of devotion, how will one maintain and support oneself? Life cannot be maintained without performing nitya and anitya karma,
आश्रय लिए बिना
which consist of pious and impious result-oriented activities.
जीवन जो निर्वाह करते हैं
Okay, so we maintain our lives.
धर्म और अधर्म के ऊपर लेकर हम चलते हैं।
We have to follow dharma or adharma. Like whatever you do. Like for example, if you do business or you have to lie. If you don't lie, you cannot sell. Sell things, in the market, suppose. In Jagannath Puri, the pandas, they sell tulsi mala in the market. Then they take the japamala and they hold only the bead of which is tulsi. So he's saying like this. If this, he's holding up like showing the japamala, and he says, if this bead is not tulsi, Jagannath Dev, that my
ये माला के आगे पीछे यदि तुलसी यदि नहीं हो मेरा
if
बेटा मर जाए।
if this in front and back beads are not tulsi, my son may die, Jagannath.
पीछे तुलसी है।
So actually, that businessman, he's showing the japamala. Only 3 beads are tulsi. The one he's holding, and the front and the back beads. The other beads of the japamala, they are not original tulsi. They are wood. So he says like this to Jagannath. So people think, oh, he's telling the truth because he's even telling to Jagannath he can kill his son. So if somebody's taking an oath, saying Jagannath's name, so of course it's true, but the truth, only 3 beads of the japamala are tulsi. So means for the meaning is to get money, people do so many things.
कलयुग में आपके वाणिज्य नहीं चल
Because this is true. If you tell the truth in Kali Yuga, you'll not be able to sell anything. Like you cannot do business, in Kali Yuga if you tell the truth. Hindi problem.
इसी प्रकार कहते
Send this way.
हैं नैमित्तिक कर्म रूप धर्म और अधर्म का आश्रय ले बिना जीवन निर्वाह संभव नहीं है।
It's not possible to maintain one's life without
अन्न भजन स्वीकार करते हैं
Nitya Dharma.
तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु
The second doubt is that if one adopts single-minded worship of Radha Krishna, then how is Shri Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to be regarded?
जिससे हमारे चैतन्य महाप्रभु एक विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती वाले
Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, he
प्रेम पुमात्म श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु आराध्य देव एकमात्र भजनंदन संसुंदर
our worshipful deity is only Brajandananda Shyamasundar,
विषय विग्रह स्वरूप चैतन्य
Vishaya Vigraha,
कृष्ण के लिए कहा है अनन्य होनी चाहिए
Krishna. So we should be one pointed to him, right?
यदि ऐसे कृष्ण भजन की यदि अनन्यता करें हम चैतन्य महाप्रभु की
So if you're one pointed to Krishna, how will you regard Mahaprabhu? In which way?
हम कैसे करेंगे
How will we do the bhajan of Gaura Sundar?
वास्तव प्राण धन कौन है
Who is actually the life and soul of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
महाप्रभु के बिना
Without Mahaprabhu,
गौड़ीय जन
the Gauriya Vaishnavas, they cannot live.
चार इसकी प्रकृति है
The conception of the Gauriya Vaishnavas is established on this. And Mahaprabhu is everything for the Gauriya Vaishnavas.
किस रूप से ग्रहण किया जाए क्योंकि श्रीमान महाप्रभु का भी उपास्य रूप में एक ही साध भजन करते हैं तो दो उपास्य होने से भजन अनन्य नहीं रहा हम चैतन्य महाप्रभु
So if you worship two persons, Mahaprabhu and Krishna, then how come you are one-pointed?
भजन करें
So you worship Mahaprabhu and also Radha Krishna. So how are you one-pointed in this way?
निष्ठा कहा है तीसरी शंका यह भी करें
The third uncertainty is in what devotional mood should one meditate upon the spiritual master. Because Guru is very dear to Mukunda, so
स्मरण किस भावना से किया
in what devotional mood should one meditate upon the spiritual master? These three doubts are reconciled in the explanation that follows. So this is the first objection to an assertion in any discussion, Purva Paksha. So what are the answers?
श्रुति में कथित धर्म अधर्म कुछ भी मत करो
Do not perform the religious and irreligious activities mentioned in the Shrutis.
जो नियम आदि
Shrutis means the Vedas,
श्रुति कहा जाता है
the rules that are in the Vedas. One name of the Vedas is Shruti.
अर्थात प्राचीन काल में
In the ancient times, the brahmacharis, the rishis and saints,
भगवत निश्चित यह वाणी को जो सुन करके याद
they would listen instructions and remember all them. That's why the Vedas became known as Shruti. Because in the past, the Vedas, they were not written down, they were not books.
काल से
Actually, from unlimited time,
निश्चित वाणी ही
the Veda is the words that God spoke. This is Veda.
काल क्रम से
But because of the influence of time,
प्राप्त हो
people lost their memory.
फिर उनको जो है लिखित रूप में प्रकाशित
So that's why the Veda was written down. There's a beautiful story about Gautam Rishi. Once there was a calamity in the country, it was not raining for a long time. Nobody was able to get to harvest anything. No food and there was no water. So without water, how to do agriculture, right? How to
सभी लोग हाहाकार
cultivate the field. So everyone was completely desperate. And at that moment,
ये गौतम ऋषि जो है उन्होंने
Gautam Rishi, what did he do?
अपने योग बल से
By the power of his yoga,
आश्रम की जय हरी भरी रखा
he kept his ashram green, like everything was still with water, nourished all the plants. He was able to keep them in this way, keep his fields.
प्रार्थना करने
So all the rishis came and asked to Gautam Rishi, please give us shelter.
गए हम आप लोग के आश्रय दे
Gautam Rishi said, okay, I can give you shelter here.
भजन और सब प्रकार की व्यवस्था हम करें
I can arrange all kinds of food for you and everything, but there's one thing.
आदेश से मेरा
Without my instructions, you should not
जाना मत
go away from my ashram.
यदि मेरा
If you,
आदेश बिना चले
without my instruction, go away,
तो आप लोग को अभिशाप देते
I will curse you.
हैं। ऋषि लोग रहने लगे, फिर कुछ दिनों के बाद बारिश हुई, सारी
So the rishis were there,
भरी होने लगे।
and then, but after some time, the rain came back and everything was green back and everything was okay again. So the rishis thought, oh, now we'll go back to our own place. Like if there's a flood and then you had to be relocated to another place because maybe
घर में लोग चले जाते
you got some problem in your land in your house because of the flood. But after the everything is calmed down and comes back to the prior situation, then you come back to your house. So the rishis were thinking, oh, we'll go back to our ashrams.
आदेश नहीं दिया।
But the rishi, Gautam Rishi, didn't give them permission for them to leave.
देखो ऋषि के
To leave.
धब्बा करके हम चले जाए। उन्होंने उनको अपवाद दे करके चले जाए।
So they thought, oh, let's create let's defame, like blaspheme this rishi, and then we'll have some excuse to leave this place.
गाय बनाया, गाय बना करके
So they made like some cow made of shrubs, like shrubs, like plants,
गौतम ऋषि
but a cow shape. So one day Gautam Rishi, he was going to take a bath in the river.
की तरह गाय बनाया, नकली।
So they made a fake cow made of shrubs.
काल में ब्रह्ममुहूर्त
No, shrubs. Bushes, sorry, I'm completely mixed the word. Bush, like a bush, plant.
अंधकार में था।
Okay, bushes. So Gautam Rishi, this was very early in the morning, it was still dark. Gautam Rishi, he took bath in the river and they put this cow near the river. So when the Rishi accidentally touched the cow bush, like, the fake cow was rolling in the ground and like fell down and like,
जहाँ पर गो हत्या होती है,
so that the Rishis came and said, oh, Gautam Rishi has killed a cow, this is a sin,
तो दिया जाता है।
we should not stay here because
प्रकार की महापाप
all the Mahapaps, great sins,
भाग में विभाजित करके दिखाया गया है।
there are 4 kinds.
एक होता है गो हत्या महापाप,
One is to kill a cow, is a Mahapap, a great sin.
गुरु तल्पगामिनम महापाप कहा दिया गया।
Guru Talpagaminam, means to evil eyes against the wife of Guru, malicious eyes.
हरण कर लेते
Second Mahapap. Third great sin,
हैं, पैसा दिया वो पैसा
somebody gave you some money and then you stole the money the person gave you. This is a Mahapap.
और
Or
वृद्ध की हत्या कर देना,
to kill or to like beat and kill, like to kill basically kids, old people and women. This is also Mahapap. So the Rishis told, we will not stay here.
इसलिए ऋषि लोग के साथ निकल करके चले गए। गौतम ऋषि स्नान करके जब आए, उनके समाचार मिला, ये ऋषि लोग सब छोड़कर चले।
So later on, Gautam Rishi got this news. Oh, everybody left because they think Gautam killed the cow.
सोचने लगे क्या मैं कैसे गो हत्या कर,
So he was thinking, how could I kill a cow?
पैर में कुछ लग गया था, लुढ़क लुढ़क चले गए था। तो वही वो गाय था क्या? तो गौतम ऋषि त्रिकाल ध्यान में बैठे,
So Gautam Rishi, he sat in meditation and he saw that actually it was not a cow, it was fake cow made of bushes,
की तरह खड़ के द्वारा जो वो
of grass and like this.
बोले ये ऋषि लोग जाने के बाद
The Rishis, they just wanted some pretext
अपवाद दे करके
and they created this bad, like wrong allegation against me.
स्मृतिहीन हो जाओ, माने
Oh yeah, Rishis, now your memory will be decreased, like you cannot remember, you won't be able to remember the things.
सब ऋषि लोग आकर के गौतम ऋषि चरण पकड़ करके रोने
So after all the Rishis,
शास्त्र कैसे अध्ययन कर,
they came and took hold of the feet of Gautam Rishi. How will we be able to study the Vedas if we won't be able to remember?
थोड़ा थोड़ा उनके स्मृति आएगा,
Then he said, no,
जो है लिखित रूप में
you'll get a little bit some memories, then you'll be able to
फिर तुम्हें
write down the Vedas, then you can read them later and remember more after reading.
वेदों में जो लिखा गया,
So the Shrutis, the Vedas,
वेद निर्दिष्ट वेद के अनुयायी जो ग्रंथ जो है उसके भी श्रुति में लिया गया। वेद में 3 भाग विभाजन के,
so 3 divisions in the Vedas, Karma Kanda,
उपासना कांड,
Jnana Kanda and Upasana Kanda.
कि हर लोग के विचार एक ही नहीं है, कोई कर्म कांड में अच्छा लगता है उसको, कोई ज्ञान कांड में अच्छा लगता है,
Some people like Karma Kanda, some people Jnana Kanda, some people like Upasana Kanda.
तो विभाजन करके दिखाया,
Upasana Kanda is also divided in 2.
उपासना दिखाया गया, और दूसरी जगह एकांतिक रूप में श्री हरि भगवान श्री हरि की उपासना दिखाई गया है।
To worship demigods and to worship Shri Hari.
वो तो समय विशेष में बताएंगे।
So there's just many more things, but time is up, time is brief, so I will not speak everything.
स्मृति आदि स्मृति शास्त्र किसको कहा जाता है?
So what is Smriti Shastra?
कुछ ब्राह्मण लोग
Some Brahmanas,
अपने लौकिक व्यवहारिक कार्य की के लिए जो शास्त्र आदि बनाया गया इसकी
they created some Shastras
कहा जाता है।
for the normal mundane activities.
किया गया है सत्याचार्य का में ये वर्णन करते जा रहे हैं जिस रीति से कर्मकांड
By following these rules of, for example, Karma Kanda,
लौकिक परलौकिक कार्य आदि करने के लिए लौकिक परलौकिक क्या है?
what is Lok and Paralokik?
जाने पर
Let's suppose after your parents die,
आदि
you have to do their Shraddha and
कार्य आदि
many kinds of activities for them.
देहांतर हो जाने पर उनकी कार्य कहा गया पाप करना उचित नहीं है। सत्संग वदे सदा सर्वदा
So should always speak the truth,
मिथ्या मावदे झूठ ना बोले।
should not lie.
जो शास्त्र में विधि लिखा गया
So all these rules in the Shastras are there.
इसलिए करें धर्म और अधर्म का निरूपण किया गया है। मनुष्य कुछ भी करता है
Dharma and Adharma are described in the Shrutis, the original four Vedas and Upanishads, in the Smritis such as Puranas and Itihasas.
क्षण भर के लिए
Whatever activities are performed by humankind come under these two categories of Dharma or Adharma.
मनुष्य के पहले श्लोक इसमें क्या
If they are completely prohibited, then it is not possible to live, even for a moment. First look of Manashik explains, you should not do Dharma nor Adharma.
धर्म नहीं करें
So,
तो हम जीवित कैसे रहेंगे?
how can we stay alive without doing Adharma and Adharma?
आलोचना करते हैं कैसे आज कई दिन से हम सप्तम स्कंद
So, for some days, we have been listening and hearing, speaking and hearing about the seventh canto,
वर्णाश्रम धर्म के
how Narada Rishi is introducing Maharaj about Varnashram Dharma.
सन्यासी कैसे जीवन यापन करेंगे, किस प्रकार शुद्ध सदाचार आदि पालन करेंगे, इसके बारे में तो
How to follow Shuddha Sadachara and everything.
लौकिक धर्म पारलौकिक धर्म
Lokik Dharma, worldly duties, and Paralokik Dharma, our religious duties and spiritual duties.
पूर्ण रूप से निषेध किया जाए तो क्षण भर के लिए हम जीवित नहीं रह सकते। ब्राह्मण के कर्म है
So
नैमित्तिक कर्म आदि
The Brahmanas, they have the Nitya and Amitic karma.
पता कि नहीं पड़ता है।
So we have to do all these karmas or not?
ब्राह्मण के पूजन आदि हवन आदि
The Brahmana has to do puja, fire sacrifices, etc.
ब्राह्मण क्या करे?
This is the karma of the Brahmana, the dharma of the Brahmana. Actually, the Brahmana every day after waking up, he should do yagya, fire sacrifice,
हमारे वो क्या बोले
like that Maharaj,
दंडी महाराज क्या देखा ना?
Dandi Maharaj.
के विशाल ये बनाया है।
He built a gigantic temple.
बीच में हवन कुंड लगा
In the middle of the temple, there is a Havana Kunda, like a place for the fire sacrifice. He said that Maharaj, every day after Mangalarati, for 30 minutes we perform fire sacrifice.
जाति मंदिर के द्वारा
With the Gayatri Mantra, we perform fire sacrifice.
गाय सब
They have pure cows, so they do fire sacrifice, like of ghee with the cow. So this is true. When we come inside the temple, it's such a great fragrance. The ghee of the Shuddha Gaya, of the pure cow, and everything becomes pure. The atmosphere is so pure because of the fire sacrifice and good, nice fragrance. So the ghee of the pure cow, if you do fire sacrifice, your mind will be pure, your heart will be fixed,
पाठ आदि शास्त्र आदि अध्ययन में मन लगता है।
your mind will be into studying the Vedas. So Maharaj told, after Mangalarati, 4:30 to 5 is Mangalarati, so 5 to 5:30, immediately we sit for fire sacrifice. All the brahmacharis, all the students,
जितना भी हो
20, 25, 30 students,
स्वाहा 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 स्वाहा
all of them are Swaha, Swaha,
ब्राह्मण के
have to do fire sacrifice. This is the activities of the Brahmanas.
आदि नहीं करें
If the Brahmanas they don't do these things,
जीवन उनके कैसे चलेगा?
how can they sustain their life?
के बारे में कहा गया व्यवसाय वाणिज्य करें
So, adharma, but if you do business, then you have to lie.
पैसा नहीं
Like if you don't do business, if you don't lie, you cannot maintain your business.
वाणिज्य करते हैं
Those who do business, they know. And the lawyers, the lawyers,
झूठ बिना नहीं रह सकते,
They cannot also live without lying,
है कि नहीं है बताओ?
isn't it? Tell me.
पैसा कमाना है कि नहीं?
So have to get money or not? Like have to earn money, na?
अच्छा, इसलिए कह रहे हैं भाई हमारी ये जीवन जो व्यवहारिक जीवन हम कैसे पालन करें?
So how to follow the material life, like the worldly life?
श्री रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी
Therefore, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami
इंद्रियों के द्वारा किए
has not prohibited all activities of the sense organs.
जिन्हें इंद्रियों के द्वारा किए जाने वाले समस्त कर्मों
Page 21, first chapter.
जगत में दो प्रकार के
There are two kinds of persons in the world: the learned, Vigya, and the ignorant, Agya.
के बिना कोई भी
The ignorant do not work unless disciplined, and if they do act independently, it only results in inauspiciousness.
लोगों के लिए शास्त्र के विधान दिया गया।
So there are many rules in the Shastras for the ignorant people.
उसके कल्याण के लिए वेदों तथा तद
The ignorant do not work unless disciplined, and if they do act independently, it only results in auspiciousness.
अशुभ कर्म के दूर कर शुभ कर्म में प्रवृत्त हो सके। जयवधर में इस मत में वर्णन किया गया है।
Javadharma also describes this.
ठाकुर जय कर्म
Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaks about
शुभ कर्म पाप
karma, vikarma, papa, karma. So many divisions Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained, like so many kinds. You can read in the Javadharma.
किया गया है।
All this is
दूसरे
described.
प्रकार के व्यक्ति जो विज्ञ पुरुष है
But those who are learned are conscious of their spiritual identity.
स्वरूप ज्ञान के संपन्न होते हैं।
Second paragraph, second block, second paragraph.
के लिए शास्त्र के
The disciplinary injunctions of the scriptures are not meant for them.
इसके लिए तो केवल आत्मरति
They have been ordained to act on the platform of the pure spiritual attachment intrinsic to the soul.
राधा कृष्ण प्रचुर परिचर्या
Or in other words, to render unalloyed service to the divine couple.
आत्मरति कृष्णोदी के रूप में शुद्ध जुगल है, कृष्णोदी के बाद शुद्ध जुगल परिचर्या का विधान करो, जो उन्नत मार्ग में चले जाते हैं।
So those who are walking the highest path, they don't have to do with dharma and adharma. Actually, whatever Mahapurusha performs, that is dharma.
धर्म की परिभाषा
So the definition of dharma and adharma.
नित्यम कृतं पापम धर्म परिकल्पते। भगवान कहते हैं मेरे लिए
Bhagavan says,
कोई पाप
if you do something for me, even if it's a sin, that is dharma.
मुझे छोड़कर
But giving me up,
अनेकों जो सदाचार
giving up on me, even if you follow so many sadacharas, like good behaviors, this is also adharma.
दे करके
Because you've given up me, you've given up on me.
आदि पालन करो, तो सब किसमें चला जाता है?
So even if you do some good activity, sadacharya, but if you give up Krishna,
धर्म में चला जाता
give up on Krishna, then this is adharma.
है। यदि कृष्ण नहीं भजे सत्य कर्म करते सही और रोवे बड़ी मजे। चार वर्ण और आश्रम सदाचार पालन कर रहे हैं। कहते हैं ना मैं
So the four varna and ashrams, they follow
कृष्ण भजन नहीं करता।
varna ashram, they follow the rules, sadachara, good behavior, but they don't do bhajan, Krishna bhajan. Shastra explains they will go to hell because they don't worship Krishna.
कृष्ण नहीं भजे सत्य कर्म करते सही और रोवे बड़ी मजे। ओके रोड नरक में जाना पड़ता है।
They have to go to the road of Narak because if you don't do the Krishna bhajan,
अच्छी कर्म कर लिया तो रिजल्ट
but you did everything very well, but you didn't do Krishna bhajan, then actually the result of everything is zero. Just like the name of Ram is like the number 1, and all the other things you do are the zeros next to it.
राम नाम के लिए नहीं किया
So if you didn't chant the name of Ram, maybe you done everything else. You follow the Shuddha Sadachara, everything, but everything was useless.
सब साधन के संग अंक गए आपको नहीं अंक रहे बड़े 10 गुण हैं। एक लिख करके जीरो लगा दो
So if you write 1 0 and 1 in the side, it's like number 10. And if you put one more 0, then number 100. If you put one more 0, then it will become 1000.
कुछ नहीं।
But if there's not the number 1 there, even if there are thousands of zeros, there's no value. So God, Krishna, Hari, Ram, He's the number 1.
ये जो जो विज्ञ पुरुष क्या है
So the Vigya Purush means intelligent people.
शासन नहीं दिया जाता है।
The rules of the scriptures are not meant for them.
वो जो करते हैं वो यथार्थ
Whatever they do, that is really dharma, not a dharma.
है। क्यों वो जानते हैं सब कुछ।
Dharma, because actually he already knows everything. He knows everything.
वो यथार्थी धर्म है। वो यथार्थी धर्म है। अधर्म नहीं है। धर्म अर्थातीजा शुद्ध जुगल परिचर्या के विधान है। इसलिए गोस्वामी चरण ने इसके लिए वेदोक्त धर्म अधर्म का त्याग कर केवल मात्र राधा कृष्ण जुगल की प्रेममयी सेवा करने की उपदेश किया है। साधक के जीवन में जो भी आवश्यक कार्य है,
the instruction of Raghunath Das Goswami to abandon all dharma and adharma
जो कुछ भी हम
mentioned in the Vedas
मद नित्यं कृतं पापं धर्माय परिकल्पते,
and remain engaged exclusive in the loving service of Radha and Krishna is for such learned, self-realized souls. So if you do some sinful activities, but if it's for Krishna, Bhagavan will not take this sin.
जो भगवान के संस्कृत
Those who are surrendered to Lord, even if they do some sin, God will not take this sin.
में संस्कृत आत्मा होता है,
Those who are completely surrendered to God,
कोई दोष नहीं लगता,
they never incur in any faults at all.
और भगवान में संस्कृत नहीं है,
But if you're not surrendered to Bhagavan,
सदाचार आदि पालन
maybe you followed so much good behaviors, you mean did so many nice things, but it will be a fault, always something wrong.
करके तुम
I'm not telling that knowingly you should do offense or continue doing or do it continuously. No, I'm not telling this.
इसलिए कह रहे हैं,
I'm not saying this.
देखो भगवत सेवामयी भावना से की जाए, वर्णाश्रम निष्ठ अवस्था में वेद विहित तो सारी कार्य भी
Even the activities prescribed in the Vedas for those who are firmly established in Varnashram should be performed in this mood,
कथा श्रवण कर रहे हैं,
like the Bhagavatam we are reading.
कि जो भी कथा होती जा रही है,
Whatever is spoken about Varnashram Dharma, the main meaning of all the kathas is how should we one pointed to God.
इसमें रख करके तुम सब कुछ कार्य
You should do everything having God in it in the center,
कार्य जो है, उसके फल भगवान में
and all the fruits of everything offered to Bhagavan.
करने के बाद एक मन
So after doing fire sacrifice, there is a verse also.
समर्पित, ये जो कुछ भी मैंने की किया,
Whatever I done,
ये सब विष्णु
you're
को
saying,
मैं क्या देता हूँ,
I
समर्पित कर दिया।
offer everything to Vishnu.
इसमें भी यही फल होता है, पैसा मैं रख लेता हूँ, प्रणामी में रख लेता हूँ,
So-
दे दो, वो नहीं देते।
So there is also that part to give some donation.
आदि जब कर दिया अंत में कर देते हैं ना,
So you chant the mantra in the end says,
चित्र भाषण आदि सब प्रार्थना आदि सब से कर दिया, प्रणाम कर
you
दिया,
did so many prayers
मुझे दे दो, कौन सा पैसा?
and you give donation. Ah, now give me donation, give me the money. Ah, no.
समर्पित करो, किसी
These you should also offer even the money. The money of the fire sacrifice to whom? To Guru and Vaishnavas. This is direct saying.
प्रणामी लेकर के केवल मेरे जेब में रहे,
If you take the pranami, the donation from fire sacrifice, it's only in my pocket,
करना पड़ेगा,
then I have to suffer the results of this.
भगवान की सेवा में
Means I have to use the money in the service of Guru Vaishnavas. Then I'll not incur in any sin.
ब्रह्मचर्य हो,
You, whether you are brahmachari, sannyasi, vanaprastha, whatever you are, whoever you are,
इसलिए इदं सर्वं फलम किसके से? विष्णु संस्कृत, विष्णु में लगा देते,
so I have to offer the fruit in Vishnu, in the service of Bhagavan.
भगवान कहते हैं जत तुलसी जल
In the Gita, Bhagavan explains,
तुलसी मत अर्पण, बस हो गया, है समय हो गया।
time is up, huh? Okay.
इसलिए कहते हैं साधक के जीवन में जो भी आवश्यक कार्य है वे भगवत सेवा में भावना से ही किया जाए, वर्णाश्रम
One should consider oneself simply as a servant of the Lord.
वेद भी तो सारे कार्य भी भगवत सेवा की भावना से ही होनी चाहिए।
Whatever activities must be carried out in the life of a sadhaka should be done in the mode of the service of the Supreme Lord, to the Supreme Lord.
प्रकाश का धनोपार्जन, परिवार का पालन पोषण,
Householder devotees should worship deities at home, and all activities like earning money, maintaining family members, protecting assets, building a house, and so on should be done as an offering to the deities.
गृहस्थ के भी कार्य,
So the grihastas, one rule for the grihastas. There is no other rule.
ये गृह किसका ही है?
This house belongs to whom? To God. That's the thing. Like one will be the temple also. The temple belongs to Bhagavan.
गृह मंदिर कहा जाता है ना।
So that's why the house is also called Griha Mandir, like house temple.
आजकल लोग तो दुकान के अपने मंदिर बना लेते
Now people make their shops their mandir, the temple. Oh, that my shop is my temple, they say.
हैं, और ग्राहक मेरा
The client is my God. They say like this.
ऐसे दिखा रहा था, हैं? चलो अच्छी बात है,
Anyway, good.
थोड़ी देखते हैं।
Not seeing any fault, no problem.
गृह निर्माण आदि,
So,
हाँ, विषय की रक्षा, ये समझ कर क्या प्रभु की सेवा मन में जे दिन गृह वजन देखी गृह के गोलोक भाई चरण सिंधु देखिया गंगा सुख न से मां पाए, है इस गृह को भगवत
so you have to understand that your house belongs to God, and this in your house in my household, God is worshipped in my house. So I understand all your family members, they are servants and servants of God. My wife is not for me to enjoy. She's the servant of Krishna. So behave with her like she's the servant of Krishna. Sons and daughters also. Understand them and see them as servants of God. And take care of them, seeing them as Vaishnavas. So what is the duty of the Guru in the temple? Take care of the disciple just like as a son, isn't it? So the Grihasthas also, his Grihi, like the Grihis, they also take care of their children. So actually there's no difference between Grihasthas and those in the temple. Because in the Griha, in the temple, the Guru takes care of the children of the disciple, just like a child. The Guru gives everything to the disciple. He also needs to make some treatment if the person is sick, if the disciple is sick. He has all the responsibilities of the sadhak, of the disciple. Just like in the house, the parents, they take responsibility for the health and everything of the children. So the parents have their responsibilities, and Guru also serve the disciple just like a father. For those who are completely surrendered, there is no fault. Otherwise the disciple will say, my Gurudev used to say, you went for asking donation, so 6 paisa, 7 paisa you kept in your pocket, and 40 paisa, 40 cents you gave to Gurudeva. Because Kali Yuga, I don't know if Gurudev will give you some money back for you to, if you need. So I keep some paisa, some cents in my money, in my pockets. Some 7 cents. 4 cents I always keep, 4 paisas. But when you're sick, Gurudev, why didn't you arrange my treatment? Then Gurudev knows everything. Oh, open your box, I know you have also money kept there. You kept some money for you or not? First you spend your money, then I'll pay for you. My Gurudev used to say this story. So the Nastik Brahmachari, he offers everything to the feet of Guru. So Gurudev takes responsibility over him, isn't it? This is the real conception. So see yourself as the servant of Lord. Under no circumstance should one think oneself to be an enjoyer and thus exploit the fruit of activity for one's own self-enjoyment. Religious rituals such as the offering of foodstuff to the forefathers prescribed in the Hari Bhakti Vilasa should also be done in the mode of service to the Lord. Like after your parents give up their body, you have to do Shraddha for them. This is like Naimittik karma, Nitya Naimittik karma for the Grihasthas. For the Tyagis, like Brahmachari Sannyasa, they don't need. If you do, it's okay. But there's no need for them to do. But the Grihastha is staying in the society. So for the society, you have to do that. Because Grihasthas, they live in the house. So if their parents give up body, and if they don't do Shraddha and don't feed the Brahmanas, the society might say something against the Grihasthas. But if you become Tyagi, like renounced, so you can do for your father, for your parents or not these ceremonies, it's not a problem, not a fault. Because you have a Kantika Nishtha, one-pointed faith and loyalty. So here he's saying, so the book Satkriya Sadipika explains how to do fire sacrifice, Pitri Sraddha, the oblations to the forefathers. But everything is connected to Vishnu. You have to offer everything to Bhagavan. Then after offering, then you offer that prasada to your parents, like when they gave up the body, so they will be happy. So I'll stop. I just want to tell one story. Before I used to tell this story, I'm not remembering so much, but when I heard this, I was very happy. In Assam, where Gurudeva used to go for preaching, I forgot the name of the Grihastha place. There was a couple that they had no kids, no children.
कि देवी
So-
काली मैया है ना,
You know Kali Maya?
प्रार्थना की मंदिर
They prayed to Kali. They went to the temple and said, Devi,
हो जाए,
I want to have a son.
एक बोली चढ़ाना।
Then I will offer something to you.
अच्छा, देखो
Okay.
ये कुछ दिन के बाद देवी
After some days, Devi was pleased and
एक पुत्र,
they got a baby, a male, a boy. Very nice.
अच्छा देखो ऐसे करते करते फिर देवी उनके सपने में आया,
Then after Devi came in dreams again,
तुमने
10, 12 years have passed, but you told you'd give me some sacrifice you didn't do, you haven't done yet. Why didn't you do yet the sacrifice for me? You have to do that. You told you do.
क्या की जाए, फिर परवर्ती काल में कुछ समय के अंदर ही वो गुरुदेव से दीक्षा मांगा,
Then after some time, this couple, they took Diksha from Gurudeva, Shilavamana Maharaj.
दीक्षा मंत्र ले लिया,
His son also took Diksha. Then
उनकी फिर दोबारा काली उनके जो है सपने,
Then again Kali came in that dream and told,
अरे कुछ भी करो मुझे तो मेरे साथ ये तुम्हारी जब वायदा हुई,
you promised me that you'll give me something, but you haven't given anything yet. Why didn't you offer, didn't sacrifice something for me?
आज समझे, नहीं तो तुम्हारे पुत्र के मैं
If you don't do that, I will kill your son. Like Kali made them fearful, like saying, like threaten something like this. Then that man, he was afraid. What to do now?
किंतु उन्होंने जाकर गुरुदेव के कहा,
So he came and told to Gurudev this.
गुरुदेव के जाकर के कहा, गुरुदेव श्री वामन गोस्वामी महाराज
Shilavamana Goswami Maharaj, he did pranam and said, Gurudev, I got this dream, this happened, this is really true.
साल पहले
Some years ago,
काली के निकट ये शपथ
I have promised it to Devi Kali, I would give something to her
पुत्र प्राप्ति हुई,
if I would get a son.
मैं आज तक जो है देवी की बोली नहीं चढ़ाया,
So, but I haven't offered anything, sacrificed anything to Devi, and she came in my dream, so why did I do any sacrifice?
गुरुदेव ने कहा तुम्हारे बेटे का मेरा शासन हो गया,
Gurudev said, your son is surrendered to me, so don't worry, Devi cannot do anything against him. I'm giving you my words. I'm giving you my words. Shilavamana Maharaj told.
नहीं बिगाड़ सकते,
She cannot be angry if you or do anything against you. I'll give you my words.
गुरुदेव ने कहा
Gurudev told.
बेटा मेरा
Your son
मैं तुमको वचन दे
is my disciple, so I give you my words.
बेटा मेरा एक काम करो,
Aye, some problem in the Hindi.
ठाकुर जी के भोग लगाओ, क्या
Okay, so do one thing. Today, make a very big festival and offer many preparations for the deity.
प्रकार के मिष्ठान आदि करके बंगाल में सब जानते कितने होते
You know the festivals of Bengal, not like the Vrajavasi style. When there is a party in Bengal,
हैं, अपने पता नहीं लगेगा कितने
if you don't go to Bengali festivals, you don't know how many preparations they do. So many. Cannot even understand.
चीज ने कितने
20, 25, 30 kinds of preparations. Yes.
जो जाते हैं बंगाल में जाने में प्रचार में जाने में आनंद होता है,
When I go to Bengal Prachar, I feel happy.
खाने के बाद 3-4 बार
So much food. You eat 3-4 times a day. Bhojan Prasad, so much.
और गुरु प्रदत्त मंत्र एक
Ah, some problem in the Hindi. Oh my God.
गरीब से गरीब घर में तो कम
So even a person who is poor, he'll have 4 or 5 sabjis in their house in Bengal. But anyway, so Gurudeva told to that couple, do some festival in your house. First offer everything to the deity.
क्या क्या देवी काली की मूर्ति है ना,
Offer that bhog of the deity and offer to Kali in front of the
जो है
deity of Kali. Take that prasada from Bhagavan
भगवत प्रसाद को देवी काली के सामने
and offer, put in front of Devi Kali.
दिया जाता है, प्रसाद
And offer,
दिया जाता है उसी
according to the rules, everything offered to Kali. The Mahaprasad of the deity of Krishna, you know.
साक्षात देवी का
So during the night, directly Devi Kali came in front of my Gurudev and told,
मैं आज बहुत प्रसन्न हो गया, आज
today I'm very happy. After so many days,
मैं ये प्रसाद को प्राप्त किया,
I got this prasadam.
वास्तव मैंने उनके डराया नहीं,
Really, I didn't want to threaten him or anything. When I said bali, like sacrifice, actually I wanted a gift. I wanted Mahaprasad. This Mahaprasad offered to Lord Krishna.
मैं ग्रहण करने के लिए तड़प रहा था,
I was here to get this prasad. I knew that his son had taken shelter of your feet, and I could not do anything against him. I knew.
मेरे गुरुदेव इसका सब कुछ सच्चा
My Gurudeva, he told directly this katha, this story.
देवी का
So Devi Kali told Shilavamana Maharaj,
बेटा तुम्हारे सर
I know that his son had taken shelter of your feet, and I couldn't do anything against him. I knew
ये भी मुझे पता है,
this.
इसलिए मैं डराया,
But I just threatened the couple because actually I wanted some Mahaprasad. I really wanted.
पवन बिहारी लाल की जय जय अच्छा अभी महाराज जी
Okay, give the mic to Maharaj.
तुम्हारे